go. All right, guys, thank you for coming back with 26 Sports. This is episode number 13. For real, this time I misspoke on the last one. And hey, MMA is here, guys. I told you I was going to be bringing MMA people to the stage here, and we got one of the most hottest up and coming fighters of Combate Americas, the one and only Hector El-Matador Fajardo. How you doing today, bro?
Good, man. How are you guys doing, man? Glad to be on the show.
No problem, man. Thank you for coming on, man. Your first MMA guest, and I had to get you on, bro. I mean, been speaking with you for a couple years now, so I had to get you on as soon as it's
Yeah,
all set up. Glad we were able to make it work.
I'm honored, man. I'm honored to be the first one, first of many.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And let's get into it, bro. So, as you know, we've been dealing with this quarantine, COVID, and everything that's going on, man. You were on a run there of consecutive fights, and now this kind of slowed everything down for a little bit. How have you been handling this so far?
As best as possible. It's crazy because after, like, last year, one of the things they asked me were like, hey, what's your plan going into 2020? And for me, I was like, I'd only fought twice in 2019, so I'm like, I want to get in at least four, try to get a hot run going. I'm like, I don't want to sit. I don't want to sit for a few months in between fights, and
Yeah,
then sure as hell, COVID hits, and it's like almost the same story. But
yeah,
the thing is, I'm glad I got that last fight in February. If I didn't get that fight in February, I would have been going nuts. Honestly, I really would have been going crazy. So I got that last fight in before all this started off, and then I took the time to really just really heal up and really just work on getting sharper. Like, I've been staying active and training the entire time, but also staying in contact as far as with combating everybody, just letting them know that I mean, you already know, but just letting them know that I'm always ready. Like, I took that last fight on 10 days notice, so I think I showed them that I'm willing to take short notice or whenever they get a show going. Um, so I just try to stay as ready as possible, especially with making my adjustments with all the gyms being closed and just making sure making the best of it. And so far, honestly, I feel like things have been great. Things could have been better for the sport. Like, I know it sucks for a lot of other people. Like, the situation is real, but for me, like, I think I'm really going to come out of this situation really good, a lot better than I expected.
yeah. And I mean, as you said, you wanted to fight more. You got two fights last year. You had the one earlier this year, which is a good thing, as you said, because if not, you might be going on a year without a fight.
Yeah.
Speaking of that fight, as you said, you needed to heal, recover. Whoever didn't watch it, if you look it up on YouTube or if you've seen the replay last week, you took a lot of nut shots, man.
Yeah.
You spoke after it, man. I want to say we counted maybe what, four or five. So
Yeah.
I could definitely understand why you needed to get that recovery in there. Um,
Man.
but
It was rough, man. Those are hard strikes.
yeah,
I took two nut shots, and then I actually took a pretty bad poke to the eye that I was really hoping the ref was going to catch in the third round. Like, I was shaking it off, and I even heard in one of the televisors like, "Oh, he must have got sweat." I'm like, "No, I caught a finger in that."
yeah,
So I'm like, I kind of like shrugged at the ref, like I'm like, "What's you going to catch that one too?" And then
yeah,
I like not even a second. I was like, "Don't even worry about it." Like, at this
yeah,
point, like, I was the two biggest nut shots in MMA probably, and then a poke, and I was like, "Man, I just got to finish out." Like, at that
yeah.
point.
Yeah, and then I think the second one when he hit you, I think you were like, "Oh, come on now!" Like you could just
Yeah,
hear like the frustration in your voice, bro. Like, and then from
yeah,
where I was sitting, I was like, "God, like, are you serious? Like, come on, man!" Like,
yeah.
yeah, like,
Because the first one hit really hard. I was like, okay, shit happens.
yeah,
Okay, no big deal. Um, and then like I finished the round and whatnot, and then as soon as we started going in the second round, as soon as the second one hit, yeah, I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, man, it's just true. It's like lightning struck twice. I'm like,
yeah,
damn, two in one fight, and that second one was hard. It
yeah,
was really freaking hard. So
yeah.
like,
It sounded hard, bro. Like, I mean, every man at ringside was like, "Oh," like we all
yeah,
folded up with you,
100%.
bro. Like, man, that thing was
I was like,
loud.
why me?
Yeah. And the thing that I've always said with those things is that one time you could say, okay, it's an accident, things happen.
Yeah,
But once it starts happening over and over, it's like, all right, come on, man,
yeah.
you're overdoing it now, or that's no longer an accident. So, yeah, man.
Yeah. it got to that point. It got a little bit to the point, and it's funny because it's like I don't think I didn't think they were an accident. Maybe I'm just being nice about it, but a lot of people, especially the second one, were like, "Dude, that last one been on purpose because it went directly up, like
Yeah,
right to the goalpost."
yeah,
And it's like after watching it a couple times, I was kind of like, "Damn, like you might be right," but it's like all that's in the past. You know, the W helped. The
yeah.
W solved it.
Yeah, I mean, you came out with the win either way, and that shows toughness. You took some
Yeah.
shots that'll put any man down and keep him out, and you battled through two of them. You took the eye poke, and you still came out with the victory, which just attributes to the toughness and the heart that you have. Now, I want to talk about the camp that you're in. The team that you're with. You're with AlphaMale, one of the most known and recognized names in all of MMA around the world. What have you learned training there, being around the fighters that you are, and just how have they helped you out grow not only as a fighter but as a person?
It's uh it's crazy. This move was the best decision I ever made in my life. Just being around all these individuals, everybody works hard and pushes themselves to the limit. And the guys that are at the top, the big names, they don't just their work ethic isn't just on the mat, it's also in life. So I'm not just taking notes off of like just being a better fighter, but also being a better person and also making sure I come out of this successful, not just in the cage or on the mat, but also like in life. Um, I get pushed to the limit every single day, and I said that in every single interview, every single fight. There's nothing that I don't. What I see in practice isn't going to compare to what I see in the cage. Uh, Especially this early in my career, like there's nobody I'm going to run into that's tougher than my Monday morning. So I live on that. Like that gives me that peace of mind when I go in the cave. That's why it feels like it's like train hard, fight easy, and that's so real. All those guys are killers, and one of the things that helped me grow as an athlete is I don't take time off, and then I'm always constantly trying to jump in everybody's camp or at least help out with everybody's camps. Especially in this quarantine, like I grow the most when I'm a camp when I'm at a camp. Like I was man, even this past uh these past 2 months with everyone getting like most of our guys are in the UFC.
Yeah,
Bodies were a little short, so it's like I was helping out with like I helped Song Yadong for a little bit. I helped out helped out Darren Elkins a little bit here and there. Helped out Cody here and there. Helped out Andre Feely for a good chunk of camp. Helped out Clay Guida for a chunk of camp. I was helping out Sarah McMahon before her fight got canceled. And then I did a lot of work with Josh Emmett for the Burgos fight.
yeah,
So it's like, that kept me sharp and that kept me growing. And it's experiences like that like they show in the cage. They show in the cage and it shows in all my fights. But it's like I take those opportunities to really grow myself and just be the best fighter that I can. And then as a person, the vibe in the room is so high. Everybody's got high energy, a great attitude in there. So it's really a great environment, a very great successful environment. And like I said, it's the best decision I ever made. It clearly shows in my career and my performances. All my performances get better every single fight, and it's like I say, I don't stop training. As soon as I get done with a fight, as long as I'm healthy and I feel good, I'm jumping into practice at Monday, and I make it a yearly thing. It's a year-round thing for me. I live this shit.
yeah. And as you said, it does show every fight. The first fight you had in Fresno, you fought a local kid, tough kid. Has had hype around him, and
Yep.
you submitted him. Like
Yeah.
it was very impressive. Like honestly, because I had seen your first. I want to say it was an amateur fight that you had done for Combates, and then when you came up, I was like, I remember everybody was like, oh yeah, he's they got this set up perfectly for a win, and I was like, nah, man. I was like, I seen this kid Hector fight. I was like, he's legit. I was like, and he
Yeah.
trains. I was like, he trains with some real killers. I was like, you guys got to pay attention, and Started out cool, and then next thing you know, you got him, and bam! It was like it was in an instant. It seemed like you submitted him from when you guys went to the ground, and then it was just like bam, bam. I was like, oh, I was like, damn. I was like, okay, there you go, and then
That fight was a major turning point for me because it's like exactly like you said. I got like 3 weeks notice for that fight. I was being brought like all respect to my former opponent, but I was being brought in to get fed.
yeah,
He sold like 400 tickets for that event, like hometown, all hyped up. Like I was being brought in to match up, you know.
yeah,
But but also seeing that style, it's like again, it's in a tribute to my camp. Like he's tough, he's legit. Even looking at him now, his record is doing great. He's doing great, he's killing it. But I see fighters and killers like that like every single day, and it's like I deal with guys tougher like that on a Monday morning.
yeah,
And the turning point for me because it was a tough first round. But as soon as I went back to the stool, or not even before that, my corner had yelled out, "This is just another day in practice." And as soon as I heard that in the cage, like, everything clicked. And then I just kind of got it, and I was like, "It is like I've been in this position 1,000 times." And then just going through the fight, I found my opening in the second round, and I jumped
yeah,
it, and it was a great moment too. Because it's like going into that cage, I was getting booed like crazy,
yeah,
and I knew it was happening. But going after I secured the submission, it was
yeah,
dead silent, and I could hear myself yelling in there. That's all. Like I rode around the state park after that, and I could hear myself yelling. I was like, "Whoa, this is weird."
yeah,
But again, like my resume, it just shows to the quality of my resume. Like I only have 4 fights, but they're all killers. Everybody on there is a killer. Avlo's on that fight, absolute killer. And you look at him now; he's killing it in the game right now. It just shows that the quality of my opponents are at an all-time high.
yeah,
Like even after the opponent I fought in Texas, when they sent me to Texas in November, that guy was a killer too. And I put on a show on that
yeah.
one,
You did.
and then this past fight in Fresno, like I even in the Ghost Pepper was talking about it when he was commentating on the English version. It was like nobody with an undefeated record would take this fight on 10 days'
Yep,
notice against an undefeated guy who also, by the way, happens to be a jiu-jitsu black belt and another like he's another kid.
yep.
So I just took it as an opportunity to just keep making statements, and it started with that first fight in Fresno. That started everything for me. I think that put for that made a statement that like I'm not going to be taken lightly, and I'm not going to be taken. And I just want to keep carrying that the whole way. I've been carrying that same attitude the entire way.
Yeah, and as you said, it did. I mean, that first fight, as you said, you walked in, you're getting booed. That next
Yeah,
time, the next time you came into Fresno, it was like, oh, Hector's here, hey,
yeah.
and you got cheered.
I did. I got a lot of support after that fight too, because it's like everybody saw that fight. Even my family in Mexico saw that fight. My aunts and uncles watched that televised. Everybody saw that fight. It was one of the top submissions in 2019. Like I got a lot of attention from the fight,
Yeah,
and again, like even the crowd of Fresno. Anytime I went to a combate fight in Fresno, they're like, "Oh man, I remember your fight. Your fight was really good." Or whenever I would stop, like going into that fight in February, like I had said it, like it felt good to go out there and get cheered on the way to the cage. Whereas like a year ago, exactly a year ago, I was getting booed.
yep,
So, and then going in, like I even said it in the interview after Gaston Reno was interviewing me after the win. I was like, dude, this is like my second house. Like, good things
yep.
happen. I always say that. I always have my best performances. So it just feels good to come like to go in there to like a territory that's not yours and kind of make it a territory that's like, oh man, he's cool. Like, I think that's like a Latin thing. It's like, oh man, respect.
Yeah,
I felt like I gained respect out of that, and people remember that.
yeah, definitely. And as you said, you got that respect, and it comes with I've covered many fights in Fresno, boxing and MMA, and I've seen people beat fighters that were the hometown favorites or whatever. But it comes with the performance that fighter put on, the respect the fighter showed, and the fans will love you for it after. That's just the way it is. That's how
100%.
Fresno is. And you put on a show the first time, you put on a show the second time, so you're getting cheered
Yeah.
each time. And as you said, it is the second home because after that fight, I've had people ask me, "Hey, when's the next time Hector's coming back, or when's the next time Combates is coming?" And obviously, with this happening, it's like, oh, because I believe
Yeah.
I was told Combates was supposed to come in June or July,
I heard that too.
and yeah, now this happened, and it's like, oh, here we go. Now it's who knows when they're gonna come back until this thing is cleared up, which makes
Been
it
working on. I know they've been. They got 3 shows lined up in Miami
yeah,
for I know August and then the first 2 weeks of September.
yeah.
So I'm trying to sneak my way onto that. Like I've been, because after that last fight, I got ranked. So they did the rankings. I got ranked in bantamweight.
You're number 6 or
So
7, right?
number 9. But I
Right.
mean, the thing
Oh,
is
that's
that
right.
could
That's right.
change because like 3 or 4 guys probably aren't even in combat anymore. Like they went up to the UFC or went somewhere else.
Yeah,
So I mean, for all I know, it probably could be 7. But I just know I'm in the top 10.
yeah,
So I was trying to secure another top 10 guy and put on a freaking show in Florida, hopefully.
yeah. Hopefully they put you on, Mike. If you're watching, Mike, put him on. Whatever one of those cards, just
Hey,
get him on.
I'd already talked. I posted on Campbell's, or yeah, I posted like I'd already been talking. I've been making a little bit of noise with. So I called out. I called out respectfully. I called out Eduardo Alvarado. I called out Cube. He's ranked number 7. I was ranked number 9.
I did
I
see
really
that.
want to take that. I really want to take that next step and fight somebody with in the top 10, and that's somebody that's like directly in my line. Like I feel like all right, I can match up. One, I think that'd be a fun matchup.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely
we'd
would.
be throwing fireworks. I think we'd be throwing a whole bunch of putazos for three rounds. Like I
Yeah,
think that's something that fans want to see, like a good fight that the fans want to see. But one, I like his style, his camp. I got major respect from his camp. Like we fought guys from his camp, and they put on like if you guys look at Avila versus Sabori,
oh yeah,
that
yeah,
was a so. I'm in a sense, I'm trying to make my own classic. Hopefully, I already know Puba's down. He already said, yeah. Like I put the post out on the crocodile, saying, hey, I'm down to throw down. And he said, yeah, let's do it. I already let Campbell know. I let Combate know. I let my manager know. Like, I've been on their asses about it. Like, hey, let's make that fight happen. Let's put it on a main card. So I'm hopefully they stick us on one of these Miami cards. And with no, on a closed audience,
yeah.
whatever, and then let's put on some fireworks for let's make a statement and let's put on a show for everybody to watch. Especially now with MMA, like the only thing we got right now is MMA in this world for sports. So why not do it right?
Yeah. Well, there is MMA and boxing going on right now. Boxing during the
Oh,
week,
that's right.
but that's really. I mean, it's only combat sports right now that's actually going
Yeah,
on consistently. Soccer's barely starting back up. Basketball started at the end of the month, but right now the main thing is combat. I mean, and you've seen just last week, Fight Island did 1.3 million. This last boxing card that just happened did 444,000 viewers. So
yeah,
all eyes are on combat sports right now because that's something that I've always told people. Whenever this country goes through something bad or through a tough time, fights are what pull us out.
oh, 100%.
Yeah, and it's an old saying that I've always heard. If you're walking through a park and you see a football game going on, a basketball game going on, a baseball game going on, but then you see 2 people start fighting, where are you gonna go
Yeah,
look? You're gonna
go
go
watch
look
the
at the
fight.
fight. Yeah, you're not gonna be like, oh, look at that kid shooting the ball. No, you're like, hey, look at they're over there whooping each other. Let's go. Like that's what your eyes gravitate to. So right now we're in a tough time. Fights are what's gonna be happening. And you know what?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I would
And
love to see
like I
that fight with you, man. Hey, if you guys are listening, Combat This, I posted and I tagged you guys all day, so I know you're listening, man. Get them on because we need to see that.
yeah, I think that's a fight that's just going to be absolute fireworks. Like Boob is going to stand. He's going to want to throw down. I'm going to want to throw down. And I'll be 100% honest. I'm tired of fighting people that want to hold me against the cage for like 3 rounds.
Yeah. So Pooba, if you're
That gets
watching, let's
that
get
gets
you on,
old.
and you answer, Pooba. If you're watching, let's get you on too.
I
So
know he's down.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
hey, much respect. That's somebody I want to throw down with.
yeah, and you know what? That's one of the other things that I know why fans like you, dude. You don't hesitate to call somebody out, and as you said, you did it respectfully. You weren't like,
Yeah,
"Oh, I want to go up." You're just like, "Hey, I would love to share the octagon with you. I would love to share the howler with you.
100%.
I would love to fight you in the cage just because it's respect." And at the end of the day, you guys are both gunning for the same thing. You guys are both going for a title. You're both fighting, for your careers. That's just what this is. So definitely, man, I would love to see that. I mean, anytime you're in the cage, it's must see, bro. I mean, that's how it is, no matter
100%.
what. So hey, I hope you guys are watching. I hope you guys are listening because we definitely need to see that. We're gonna have to
Yeah,
get
for
that
sure.
trending real quick. Get you
Yeah, I
guys
hope
on.
so, man. We need to make noise on that.
Yeah, we need to get you guys on in August or September, man. Whatever one. Hey, do it on
I'm down with
Mexican
it.
Independence Day. There you go.
Yeah,
That would be
I'm
that
down for
weekend.
that, man.
Yeah, that's the weekend, right? Because it's August 28th, September. Yeah, it would be like September 12th or something
But
around there. That it would be the
somewhere
weekend
around
later.
there, I'd be down for that.
Yeah, so hey, if you
Make
guys are
that,
watching,
put that on the main card.
yeah, if you guys are watching, put that on. Send me a check after the fight. That'll be cool, man. I ain't tripping.
Hey, for reals. Everybody, who doesn't want to see a bunch of Latinos or Mexicans getting in there and throwing down?
Exactly. That's what we want to see. That's what Combates is. I know Combates got. I mean, I love that Combates has every race,
Yeah,
represented in there. Because I mean, we seen when Ghost Pepper fought the Korean kid. That was a good
the
fight.
Korean gangster. Yeah,
Yeah, that one was bad, man. That was a great fight.
yeah,
I mean, he has one of the best knockouts we've seen probably in the last 10 years of Korean Gangster when he did that flying knee, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that was
Thing is with Combate, like I always get asked this all the time, or like every time we talk about a Combate fight, it's like they always ask like, dude, where do they find these people who always want to like every time? It doesn't matter what race or whatever. Like anybody that really has stepped in that Combate La Jaula, they're ready to die, man.
yeah,
It's like it's blood and guts all the time.
yeah, dude. That
And it's exciting. Makes some for some. It's like some of the most exciting fights happen in La Jaula. So it's like, but everybody's tough. That's why I would say. That's why I take pride in being like having so many fights in La Jaula because it's like I fought so many quality opponents, and every one of those guys is about to be ready to go or
yeah,
literally ready to die, and it's pushed me to such a high level. And it's like I want to keep riding with that. I want to keep pushing with that because it's only going to make me stronger. And it's just gonna make me better.
yeah, definitely, man. And as you said, they're great fights, man. I remember it's crazy how I got put on the Combates. I came home from work one day late at night. I was tired, but I couldn't sleep. You know when you have those nights where you just can't sleep.
Yeah,
And I throw on TV and I was like, Artes Marciales on Univision. I was like, I put it
yeah,
on. And dude, I was just like, damn, these dudes are getting down. And I watched it
yeah,
all the way through. It had to be like maybe midnight when it finally finished. And I remember I posted, I was like, yo, these Combate Americas fights, I was like, this was dope. Every weekend I started watching it. It was probably a year later, Mike Afromowitz reached out to me on Twitter
yeah,
and was like, hey man, we're coming to Fresno. I've seen you post about us. Want to get in contact, exchange messages, and dude, I couldn't be happier because I mean, every time they come, I'm like, yo, bro, let me see how I can help you guys. Let me, I mean, the family. I don't know if you've seen the videos of there's a big Mexican dude. Every time you guys are out here in Fresno, usually in a Raider jersey, he always lifts his shirt up and shakes his stomach on the camera. That's my brother. Uh,
Oh, no kidding.
yeah, that's my brother. So it was funny because they posted a video of all the fights, and there he is on
Yeah.
the ad, and I was like, oh my god! I was like, look at you, dude. But yeah,
That's honestly probably the one thing that I'm gonna like. I'm hoping this all clears up and we can start getting crowds in there again because that's like just that crowd and that energy is always the best I've ever felt at a
yeah,
combate fight. Being there, it's funny because I was talking to one of the guys that are like, man, this feels like it feels almost like a quinceañera, like a freaking family event with fights like right now. We're just
yeah,
all like, life is so good, and it's funny because it just pushed you to another level because it's like when I took that second nut shot, like I was like hurting and whatnot, and then hearing the crowd whistling and just like hearing all the Spanish and all the stuff from everybody in the crowd in Fresno, and I was just like, no, we're good. Let's go.
yeah,
Let's get it done. Nah, we're gonna go. Because it's funny because the ref was like, I mean, because they were talking to me, the doctors were talking to me, they were like, hey, are you going to continue? And I'm like, yeah, just give me a minute. And then they're like, are you sure you can continue? And I looked and I started reading all the whistling and I'm like, nah, we're good. Let's go. We're good. I don't need this. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah, bro.
So
And
it gives,
yeah, and dude, I remember the first one I went to the was the Copa Combate in Fresno,
yeah,
and I'm sitting there and I'm like, yo, these guys get down. Like
yeah,
the event was crazy. I'm like 2 inches away from that trophy. I'm like, if this trophy was a little smaller, I'm running with that mode because
yeah,
that thing was bad, dude. I'm like sitting, I was like, yo, but every fight was just so crazy, and I'm like, I couldn't
yeah,
hear myself thinking there, and it's always like that. So, but then I noticed every time they do a fight, no matter if it's Mexico, Texas, when they did the
anybody.
one, yeah, wherever they did it, it's always so loud. But I'm always thinking, is it as loud as what it is here in Fresno? Because it's like,
Nah,
yeah, when Bullet Quintana knocked out Flores, I believe, yeah, with that spinning
yeah,
elbow, it like exploded in there. And
yeah.
what was it? The next card you guys had, I was the one in February where you fought, where the dude got slammed on his head. Somehow, some way, at the same time the guy got slammed on his head, the lights
Yeah.
switched and it like
Uh,
exploded in there at the same time too. And I'm like, I'm sitting there thinking like I've never noticed this. Like I've been to a lot of boxing events and it gets loud. The loudest I've ever been to was when the guy, I'm pretty sure you know him, Jose Ramirez.
yeah.
He knocked the dude out second or third round, right against the ropes. I mean, the dude just collapsed when he was knocking him down, and it exploded. And that's the type of vibe I got, was how loud it got in there at that same time when when Quintana hit him, when the dude got dropped on his head, and yeah, when you got kicked that second time. You seen it. You were mad, but you were like, "All right, I'm coming back," and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, there he
Yeah.
goes." And
Yeah.
yeah, bro, I love going to the events, and you know what sucks is I was actually supposed to go to the one in Puerto Rico before that earthquake hit this year.
Oh, before they cancel that?
Yeah, we were supposed to all head out there,
Oh,
man, and hey, things happen, but yeah, I'm hoping this clears out because I was planning to go to that one. We were planning to go to the ones in Miami later this year too, but things happen. Hopefully, it does clear out, but we do need to see you back because you're a fan favorite, and as you said, you're top 10 now, bro. So you got to
yeah.
get that, and we got to see you in the title shots at some point, maybe within the next year.
It's vacant right now.
Yeah,
So my goal is like I know Pube's fought a lot of the top guys, so I want to fight someone like, obviously I want to fight Pube and get a good, put on a good scrap, put my name out there, win it, and then hopefully one of the elite guys, because I know they're going to have a lot of the top 35. 35 is deep.
yeah, you guys are, man. You guys got a lot of fights there.
Yeah, so I mean, it'll shake once I get a fight in. I think it'll shake out a little bit. The dust will clear, and then we'll see who's left.
Definitely,
And
definitely.
hoping I definitely want to get this fight in, get this out of the way, and then see what's up from there. Get. Hopefully, there's. I know they flirted with a tournament potentially. I don't know if they're gonna do that. I told them I was down if they do it. This is like months ago before COVID. I know they were talking about
Yeah,
maybe doing a tournament. Regardless, I think I'm 2 fights away. I think this fight, hopefully, one more
yeah. Hey,
should get me at that title. I want that title for
yeah,
sure.
if they do the Copa Combate December, maybe things are a little bit better, and they can do
Yeah,
it. That would be perfect. Then you could get a fight in or two by then. So
I think honestly, I think I'm made for one night. If they're gonna try to get me to fight like 2 times in one night, I'm made for that.
yeah, dude, and those I love those events because those it's just like you can't make no mistakes on that night. You have to bring it those
No,
nights when you do it. You have to be on. It's not like oh yeah, I'll get them in the next round because there might not be a next round. So
correct.
yeah, so that would be
And that's
amazing.
and that's my base. Like I've competed in judo for so many years. Like I'm based like my first martial arts experience. I'm a tournament fighter. I know how to like tournaments is what like that feels comfortable to me. Like it actually got easier doing the one like fighting once in a night. Like that felt easier, but I'm more used to doing like multiple fights or multiple like I'm made for that.
Yeah, so it would be like going back to normal to you.
100%.
Yeah, that would be. Hey, I hope that happens because I did hear some rumblings about that as well. That it was supposed to happen towards the end of the year, it
Yeah.
was just trying to get a spot locked down and everything. But hey, as we said, hopefully it clears up a little bit, and they could still probably do it because you do know, regardless, they were doing amazing ratings on TV
Yeah.
beforehand. So now that a lot of these people aren't going to be able to go to events, they're all going to tune in. So those 400,000 viewers might turn into, hey, maybe a million viewers, maybe more, somewhere around there.
They
You
got
never know.
access now.
Yeah, access and through the NA. So that would be perfect.
Yeah, so that blows up like crazy.
Yeah, and I know Access had the last few ones, and then doing the NA always does a great event. So
Absolutely.
yeah, and then the emotion that, and you could attest to this, the emotion that Spanish brings to any sporting event is
Oh,
just off the
yeah.
wall. I mean, there's a reason why people watch soccer in Spanish over English, even if they don't
Nope.
speak Spanish. It's the emotion that comes to it. Like I
It's the
can't
best.
I can't even play FIFA in English. I have to have it on Spanish. I don't care. That's just the way
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, same. I do the same thing.
Yeah, I can't in English. Like no offense to them, but it's just the Spanish ones.
It
I
doesn't
feel
feel
like
right.
I'm actually at a game or something.
Yeah, no, I do the same thing. It's funny. I do the exact same thing if I play FIFA.
Yeah,
I'm just used to it. And then even
yeah.
like listening to all the like I remember like even getting into combate, it's like yeah, all the fights are in Spanish, and I'm like originally, and then I'm like, how's that gonna sound? And then just even going or listening to the first fight, I was like, oh man, this is great.
Yeah, because they're just like, oh no, no, no. You're like, oh my
Yeah,
god, like you're
yeah,
like, oh, and
yeah,
then yeah, and then it is like, again, no offense to the other side, but it kind of seems more mellow. I mean, yeah, when something big happens, they get crazy, but it's like through
yeah,
that whole fight, it's like, oh, he has him against the cage, oh, he throws him down, and you're like, oh my
yeah.
god,
But then you hear a lot of jokes too. Like you
yeah,
like hearing like I like hear like you hear the commentators sometimes like gabbing at each other.
yeah,
I think
oh
I
my god,
remember
it's hilarious.
like one of the guys was like, "Yeah, I'll bet you. Hey, I bet you lunch that this is gonna happen." And
Yeah,
it gets funny
yeah, or
when the jokes keep going.
yeah, or I think one of them told him, "Oh yeah, keep saying that I'm not in shape or something, and I'll smack you right now." And it's like, damn,
Yeah,
yeah, they're hilarious,
yeah,
dude. I love watching them. My dad, he's real old school Mexican. He loves boxing, but once we started watching combates, I mean, he'll tell me, "Hey, when's it on? Hey, it's Friday. Combates is
yeah. The
on,
same
right?"
with my dad.
Yeah, he's like, "Combates
Yeah,
is on, right?" So yeah, I mean, see me, I got really towards martial arts, MMA when I started high school, like maybe second, third year, and then more and more I got into it, and then Anderson Silva is actually my favorite all time MMA fighter. Like when he was taking off is when I really got into it. So that's always been my favorite fighter. Um, you know, McGregor, I wasn't too high on him really because I mean I don't know.
early
It's
McGregor was cool.
yeah, it's just that it's I like Khabib because well me I like an all around fighter. I don't care if you take him to the ground, but I also want to know that you can hang standing up as well, not just you're gonna jump straight to the ground without showing me
Real humble
something.
guy too.
Yeah, Khabib seems real cool. DC is one of my favorite fighters. And then everybody at Combates, man, everybody that I've talked to from Combates are all down to earth, and they just love to fight, man. So I mean, I've always enjoyed them
Yeah.
at the events. So definitely, I mean, and then you as well, you're an alpha male, and you have a UFC Hall of Famer, man. You have Uriah Faber there. What have you learned? I know he was at the last fight here in Fresno. What have you learned just from him in particular?
Um, he really sets the bar with consistency. Not just in training, but in life. Like he always tells us about how he does. He's never like the guy stays in shape even in his even when he was retired, he was still in good shape. He was still in practices. He's still like being like when I hit 40, I hope I'm as active as he is. So like, but also seeing how active he is in life, like business too. The man has a million ideas going per minute. Like he's always working on something. Like he's a very busy guy. There's always like some kind of business detail, some kind of something, or some kind of negotiation, and then like he's also training all the time. So it's like
Uh,
seeing that and seeing him balance all that, it sets the bar. It's like, man, you could still be 40 and train and do all that and still make your money and still still kill it. You can kill it in the game at 40.
Yeah.
So seeing that's a big one. But a lot of his consistency, he's been doing it, man, for so long. And it's just seeing that, it's like, man, it's like it encourages me also to keep putting in the work, because it's like I don't want, because it's like motivation to not take days off. I think the best compliment I ever got from Uriah, and where I knew that I was actually doing something right, was like one time he came up to me and he was like, he told me I should take a day off.
Huh.
And I know, and that's crazy because it's like he's always harping on people about like, you know what, this is a lifestyle. You should treat it like a lifestyle. You should live this, and if you're serious about this, your lifestyle should reflect on your training, et cetera, et cetera. And then for him to come up to me and be like, hey man, I think if you need to take a day off, it's okay. And I looked at it, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
But I was like, nah, man, I'm good. Like, I'm good. If I need to, I will, but I don't need to.
Yeah. Like, hey, relax, bro. I think you need to chill. You're going too hard now.
Yeah, no, and for such a hard worker to tell me that, like that's honestly the biggest compliment I've ever gotten, and that just said, like, for me, that motivated me more to just like, I'm gonna keep working.
Yeah.
Like I want that hard, like I want to be known as a hard worker.
Definitely, man. And then, as you said, coming from someone like him, a lot of younger fans would only seen his UFC days. They don't know about WEC Uriah, who was an absolute monster. It's too bad that once the UFC got the fighters from the WEC, it was later in Uriah's career. I mean, he still has some really good wins, but man, like I was saying, when I was watching, I mean, he was just putting people out back in the day in the WEC, and I mean, people, if they look it up, they'll definitely see it. But yeah, you could always tell the hard work he had, the excitement he would always bring. I mean, he used to tear the roof off the places when he would fight. So
the crazy thing is he still can too. That's the great for his age. He can still do that. Other guys, like, there's not too many guys that can still do what he can do, or like just jumping and still tear the roof off.
Yeah.
When he fought Ricky Simone, I was in Stack, and the energy in there was like, it's ridiculous, and he knocked him out in 40 seconds.
Yeah, that was crazy. And I mean, just recently too, he was just like in case a fight fell out, and you could see he's still in tremendous shape.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it was
100%.
Yeah, it was like, man, he still looks like he's 25 or something. Like, you don't even look like he's up there. So yeah, definitely. And as you said, that's the work you guys are always putting in, man. So I mean, that shows to the camp.
Hard work is cultural at AlphaMale, because it's like it's not just Uriah. It does start at the top, but I mean, look at Danny Castillo. He's about the same age. He still looks just as good. Like, he still work just as hard, and he can honestly. He's still like that guy. Still stays in such great shape. He could honestly, like, I see him going around rolling around. He still rolls with all the guys. Like, he's still great. So it's like guys like him. I mean, like I said, it's cultural. I mean, look at Josh Emmett. Yeah. Josh Emmett, another hard worker who's put in his work on that team for so many years, and like the guy's a work dog. It's ridiculous, but it starts from the top and it trickles down. And honestly, for me, it's like these higher level guys, they set the bar, and I just try to follow. Follow it and do it my own way. And so far, it's been good. It's been paying off. Hard work definitely pays off. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, definitely, and we could see it in your performances, as we've said. I mean, you've improved every time. You've gotten better, and man, it's always fun to see you. And whenever I see that you are on the schedule, I'm like, all right, cool. So it's always good to see that, man. And I really do hope they do get you guys in there. Hopefully, within the next one, if it's not in the one in August, if they can throw you on the one in September, or as we said, Mexican Independence Day, let's combates, bring
that'd be dope.
That'd be amazing. Bring it for the fans.
They know my number, man.
Yeah.
That's the thing with Combate. I'm always in their ear year round. And then it's like, put me on this card. Put me on this card. Who you guys got?
Yeah.
And then I don't hear nothing. And then next thing you know, like either 2 weeks or in this last case, 10 days, they're like, hey, can you jump in? Yeah, I can jump in. I'm ready. I was waiting. Yeah. Like, I told you guys I was going to stay ready. So for me, like, that's what my mindset is with this August card, or like with September. Like, I stay ready year round, and I think like a lot of guys say that, but I show it.
Yeah.
I show it. So they may not have nothing yet, but I know they're gonna call. They know who to call. They're gonna
Yeah.
call me, and I'm gonna say yeah, and I'm gonna be ready to go. As long as I'm healthy, I'm good.
Yeah.
They know. The thing is, they know that. So I'm just gonna stay ready. I'm just gonna focus on what I can, stay ready. Because the thing is, the one thing especially I know is that these challenges are gonna get harder and harder. So I have to step my game up more and more.
Yeah.
Because it's like everybody in the top 10 is a killer, and everybody I fought is a killer. But it just the challenges are going to get harder, so I have to constantly step my game up. I'm constantly hungry because it's like I want to do better than my last performance. Every performance I want to be better, and every performance I want to be cleaner. So I mean, I'm motivated. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm in the top 10 for a reason, and I want to show it.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm pretty sure they are going to get you on that. Shows you're dependable, that they could trust you to jump in, on 2 weeks' notice, on 10 days' notice, and know you're not going to be so far off of weight that they don't have to worry about. What if he doesn't cut weight in time? What if he doesn't make it? Because you're always around where you need to be. So that's a good thing. That shows you're
Hey,
dependable.
I made weight. My opponent didn't the
Yeah,
last fight.
yeah,
That's something to know.
yeah,
And I
and,
went 3 hard rounds.
yeah. And we
I went good. I was good to go.
Yeah, and we actually spoke about that, how they were making such a big deal about Gamebred having to lose 20 pounds, and as you said, and in the fight game, that's a normal thing,
Oh
especially when you
yeah.
get that late call. So it's
And
but
10 days, less, yeah, about 8 to 10 days. I got that notice. I was gonna drop like 15, 16 pounds, and for a 35er, that's a lot of flipping weight.
yeah, yeah, because you walk around, let's say, what, 150 normally?
Uh, 52, 53.
Yeah,
A week out, I like to get to 50. But year round, I gotta stay under 55 year round. But the thing is, I can get to 160 no problem if I don't watch myself.
yeah,
So year round, I try to live at 155 and then hope around 52 if I know I got to fight within a month or two. But if I'm around 52, I can make weight.
yeah.
But yeah, I like to live under 55.
That's,
But like I said, I'm Mexican, man. I can get to 60, 65 like
don't
that.
don't play around. You probably get to 170, 180 real quick and talk about, hey, let's go into that
I don't want to
welterweight.
find out.
Let's get the Matador in
I
the
don't
welterweight
doubt it. I don't
division.
want to find out. Yeah.
Oh man, but hey, and again, bro, I want to thank you for coming on, man. I know you're always training, as you said. Really appreciate it. The first MMA guest that we have on right now. For those of you that don't know, that's not going to start, as he said, it's the first of many. So we got so much more. Before
Yep.
I announce everybody else that's coming on, bro, go ahead and thank your sponsors, and go ahead and give everybody any social media handle that you have so they could follow you.
Awesome, awesome, man. First, I'd like to thank you for having me on the show and for me being the first one. Great honor, brother. We get along real well, so I'm really glad that you asked me and made this happen. I would always thank Team AlphaMale. That's my squad, my team. Quick shout out to a little shout out as always CSA. When I'm in the Bay, I go train at CSA to go visit my fam, so that always helps out. Iridium Sports, they always handle everything for me. Um, and then all my sponsors with Iridium Sports. I got a lot to list, but I'm just ready to go. Honestly, I'm ready to fight, man. I'm so itching to fight. But thanks to anybody that supported me. Thank you for having me on the show. Hopefully get on here again, man, and support you. Combate, let's make this fight happen, man. I know Puma's listening, and I know he already said he's down. I respect him. We got equal respect. Let's rattle the cage a little bit. Let's make this fight happen and give everybody the fight that they want. I mean, everybody wants to see the Mexicans go down. That's how we get it done. Let's make it
Definitely,
happen.
man.
The love and support always.
Yeah, definitely, man, and I appreciate that a lot. Again, 26 Sports, thank you right here to Uniquely Yours, Salma for the banner, the shirt I wore on Wednesday, Notorious Graphics, thank you guys as well. Kelly Smoke Shop #4 on North Maple and Illinois, and Dirt Magnus Janitorial, Home Office and Building, 559-374-7112. And again, like I said, I was going to give you guys some more news. Hector was the first one from Combate for today. Monday, we have Juan Puerta, who will be challenging for the inaugural flyweight title of Combate America from American Top Team. He will be on Monday evening. Wednesday, we have Ota Jones, one of the hottest up and coming boxing prospects in the world. He'll be on. And then next Friday, we got Desiree Dirty Des Yanez, who will also be on. Same time as Hector is today. So again, bro, thank you so much for coming on, man. I really appreciate it. Combates, I hope you guys are listening. Campbell, Mike, everybody, get this man his fight. Let's get it going anytime in August to September. Get him on, and hey, let's do that Copa Combate again. So again, bro,
Oh, yeah.
appreciate you for coming on, man. All love and support. We're always here, and hey, anybody from your team, AlphaMale, that want to come on, or anybody, let them know, bro. They got a spot here. I'm always open to anybody at any time, man.
I'll send some guys your way for sure. We'll make it a thing.
No problem, bro. Appreciate that. Again, guys, this is episode number 13 from 26 Sports. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you catch every episode. Follow Hector on Instagram at El-Matador. And we'll catch you guys on Monday, guys. Thank you guys for coming out. And catch you guys again. Appreciate it.